Okay, today we're going to take a look at a couple of features of Produmex WMS. The first thing I want to do is show you a setting here. And in the setup for Produmex, on the pick list process, this is how we prioritize what gets picked and when. So when we're doing a pick list, I'm able to set the order by, and it could be the document number, which is doc entry. You can also add other things like the document due date. There's probably a dozen different variables that can be added here. So prior to Produmex WMS, what you had was a feature called the Pick and Pack Manager. And here you were able to sort all of your open orders by a certain criteria to make sure that high priority customers get the inventory first and so forth. And so with Produmex WMS, it's pretty much the same thing, except you're just predefining what that prioritization is. So when I create a pick list, I can create a pick list for any document. But when I go to create the proposal, which is, who's going to get the inventory first, then I'm looking at the due date. And then if two documents have the same due date, it'll take the one with the earlier number. I can also add in priority and other variables as well. So that eliminates the need for the pick and pack manager. This will take care of the inventory allocation based on your criteria. And so we'll go ahead and close that. Now what I've got is I have a sales order in the system. You can see today's data is highlighted. So this is showing me exactly what I should be focusing on for my pick and packing process. So we're going to go ahead and select that order. Now I could select multiple orders here, but we'll go ahead and select that one. We're going to generate the pick list, and then we'll generate the pick list proposal. Now what I'm doing here, I can do this in mass mode, or I can do this on an order by order, and then that goes off my to-do screen. And so we're going to look at a new feature now. We're going to pick this, but what we're going to do, let's bring our sales order back up. I need to package this into two different boxes. So I want to put my ballast into a box, and then I want to put my lights into a second box. So there's a new feature in Produmex called the box pick and pack. And so let's go ahead and let's open that up. And so this shows me that I've got a pick list ready to go. And here are the same items that were on that sales order. So it assumes that we've got one box already, and that's what we're going to fill up first. So we're going to go ahead and pick the ballast. And so what it says is you need to walk over to this bin location, and then you need to grab this item. And so let's go ahead and do that. I can walk over and scan in that bin, or I can select it from the list. And then I need to select this item in that bin. And so we'll go ahead and do that. Now we've selected our ballast. And it wants to know the quantity. Now to make sure I have the right part, I'm also able to view it this way as well. So I'm going to scroll through my units of measure, and it will default the most appropriate one for me. So we're going to grab 6 of these. Now I'm going to put all of this on a movable location. And so I'm going to put this on a cart. And so I've got, 2 boxes that I'm pushing through in a basket or a cart, and that's what we're going to box up. So we've added the first item into the box. Now we're going to pick the second item, and we'll have a choice putting it in the same box, the first box, or we can put it in a new box. So it's saying while you're at bin number 2, you need to pick this item as well. So we'll scan in bin number 2. And then we need to pick the BAL 101, which is a micro ballast. So we'll go ahead and select that. And then it will walk us through. It says you need 6 of these. So there's our 6. Again, I can view an image of the item to make sure I'm picking the right part. And we'll grab that. And so now it wants to know, Mike, are you going to put it in this box here where you put the first ballast, or are you going to create a new box? So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the same box we put the first ballast in. So all I need to do is scan that label. And I forgot to mention, when we pick the first item, this automatically prints the label for that box. So we're going to go ahead and put this item in that box. So we scan in that barcode label that was printed out for that box, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. And now I've got 2 items in one box. And it says, okay, now we need to go to the third item here. And it says walk over to bin 3, So we're going to do that. We're going to scan in bin 3, and then we need to select our 6308s out of that bin. And here they are. And we need to select the quantity. Again, it defaulted in the 6 that we need. So we'll grab that. And now it's asking me, Mike, are you going to put that in the same box as your ballast? No, we're going to put it in a new box. So I click New SSCC. And then it says, okay, now you've got the 6307s. Let's need to walk over to bin location 3. So we'll do that. We'll scan in bin location 3. And then I need to select my product, 6307. So we'll select that. And again, how many do you need? We need 6 of these. So we'll put those in the box. But now you can see I've got 2 boxes now. And each box has its own barcode. And so on this item, are we going to put this in any one of the 2 boxes that we have? And we are. We're going to put it in the second box. So we'll go ahead and scan in that barcode label. We've done that. The item's been picked. And now it generates a cart label. And here it is. So let's grab cart 1. And we'll save that. And we'll take a look at it here in a minute. And then I got a second label for the second box. And that one's going to print. We'll call that cart 2. So these are my box labels. Now these box labels can be printed at any time. At the beginning of the process, the middle, or the end. I've chosen to print my labels at the end. And so I'll say no, and we're done. So what we've done is we picked 4 products and we put them in 2 boxes. And if we take a look at our cart labels here, here's a label that goes on 1 box. And then cart 2 is a label that goes on the second box. So here we go. Let's bring that up. There's our second box. Now what we're going to do is we're going to palletize the boxes that we've picked. To do that, we're going to jump into our packing station. Now remember, we're on a movable cart. So I'm pushing the basket over to where this stuff gets palletized. And so we need to put in the movable cart number. So I'm going to scan that in here. Movable cart 1 is the cart we're using. Even the carts have barcodes. Now this shows me everything on that cart that's been boxed into 2 different boxes. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab all of these items, and these are all going to go onto a single pallet. And so we're going to add those items. There we go. And we're going to finish the logistics unit, and then we're going to print the pallet label. And that's done. We have completed the process. It now says, take this pallet over to shipping dock 1 and wait for Motor Express to show up to pick up the pallet. And we've completed the process. Now, just to kind of finish this up, we'll say an hour goes by, and we've got the Motor Express just showed up. And so since Motor Express showed up, we're now going to go into the shipping process. And so we're at shipping dock 1. We're going to grab our pick list here, which was Earthshaker Corporation. And then it shows, which pallet label are we going to scan or put onto the Motor Express carrier. So we're going to select the pallet label that was just generated with the Pick and Pack Manager. I'm sorry, the packing manager, this thing here, this terminal, Produmex terminal, and we select next, and we're done. And that then creates the delivery. And so what we've done now is we have picked our sales order, we've packaged it, and then we palletized it using this new feature in Produmex called the Pick and Pack box Pick and Pack. Thanks for watching.